Thanks for joining me today. My name is Toby Stime, and I'm pleased to have been asked to present this corporate training on a number of key topics our company will face this year. We're going to go through a lot of information in a short time, so please let me know as you have questions, and I'll do my best to provide you with answers. Today we'll cover the topics of project closure, the power and peril of international project management, agile project management, and a few of the certifications offered by the Project Management Institute. So what's your typical move at the end of a project? Be honest, how many of you shove the papers from this project into a drawer and move on to the next project as quickly as you can? And while that's tempting, and often it seems like our schedules demand it, project closeout is the whole reason we did the project, and it's the most neglected step in the project lifecycle. Here are 6 steps to a successful project closeout. They'll help keep your team and your customer happy. First, review your documents. Ensure change requests and last-minute notes are all well documented and everything is in order. When everything is clearly documented and you're satisfied with that, request the final acceptance from the customer. This should be a formal process and it should be in writing to avoid any future misunderstandings. Next, schedule some time with your team to walk through the lessons learned on the project. This should be an open forum setting and really an opportunity to document what went right and what didn't go so well during the project. If contracts exist with your vendors or suppliers, go ahead and close them out at this point, and then formally release your project team to take on other projects. Most importantly, set a time to celebrate. This could be a lunch, a dinner, or even just a chance to thank the team for the work they did in a short meeting. This will help motivate them and improve morale. Some pitfalls that can occur during project closure is, of course, first of all, no closeout at all. That's the worst thing that can happen because the project just ends up sitting and fizzles away. That leads to team deterioration, which can also be a challenge as your team starts to wander off, maybe lose focus, maybe lose energy, or even have a morale crisis. And finally, not sitting down and writing out your lessons learned is a missed opportunity to improve on the next project. No matter whether the project succeeded or failed, it's important to sit down and take the time to document all of the things that went right and all of the things that went wrong so that the next time you're prepared. Here's a project closeout case study for you. Projects at Simmons Company just seem to fizzle. All too often at the end of a project, the team members distance themselves from each other and from the work. Dave, the project manager, is frequently asked by his CEO, "Whatever happened with that blank project you were working on?" Dave is disheartened because he feels his team is unmotivated and his CEO doesn't recognize the value of the projects his group completes. How can a project closeout strategy improve Dave's situation? Next, we'll discuss the power and peril of cross-cultural project management. As you know, we have the opportunity in the coming year to send several team members to manage projects in emerging markets. Now, why would we do that? There are significant benefits to working in cross-cultural teams. Our world is getting smaller, and we have an opportunity to expand our product into a number of emerging markets. This not only enhances our competitive position, but it also gives employees a chance to expand their business experience. Working in cross-cultural teams stimulates thought and innovation because it forces teams to look at issues and ideas from new angles and new perspectives. When we think differently, we amplify our chances for success. But to gain this reward, we do have to navigate through a number of risks. Many pitfalls exist in the forming and long-term success of cross-cultural teams. Different cultures view power differently. In some cases, people see power as inherent to certain classes or titles and never question a hierarchy. Other cultures, however, see power differently, and as a result, conflict can arise. This is called the power distance issue. Another obvious issue is the language barrier, and along those same lines, communication challenges. These can include nonverbal cues and nonverbal activity as well. Despite excellent technology, problems can arise when corporate is in one time zone and a project is in another. And finally, cultural differences can take a toll. Cultural differences might include anything from the hours worked to holidays to showing up early or late and a host of other factors. What can you do as a manager to prepare for an international assignment? Here are 5 suggestions to help you improve your success. First of all, study. The more you know about the culture you'll be working in, the better prepared you'll be. Watch movies made by the host culture, examine them for cues about how people act and react, read books and blogs, study Hofstede's National Culture Information, and other sources. The most successful international project managers absorb everything they can about the host culture both before they leave and during the project. Number 2, learning the language should go without saying. It will help you earn respect and get things done. Number 3, check your mindset. When the unexpected happens, and it will happen, approach issues with a positive attitude, and it will almost always improve the outcome. Number 4, if it's all possible, earn the trust of someone from the host culture. Be sincere and attempt to develop a cultural mentor, someone who can help you avoid obstacles and understand what's appropriate. Finally, lower your expectations. High expectations often lead to low satisfaction, and things will go wrong and you will have struggles. By setting a lower expectation, it will help you avoid burnout and embrace the positives. Our cross-cultural issues case study. Jerry from Phoenix has been assigned as a project manager on a multinational team, including members from Australia and Vietnam. Jerry arrives late to the first meeting to find it has ended prematurely with everyone storming out. Jerry locates an Australian team member who relays that prior to the meeting, the Australian contingent had decided that to break the ice, they'd just refer to everyone in the room by first names, joke around a little, and be as informal as possible. He says it wasn't long before the meeting broke up. What happened, and what should Jerry do to get his team back on track? Agile project management is a product or project development theory incorporated in a number of different methodologies. Agile project management includes Scrum, Kanban, Agile project management, Crystal, and other mechanisms to keep projects on track despite unpredictability. This method helps teams function and maintains focus on the rapid delivery of a product while emphasizing value throughout the process. There are 12 Agile principles that work together to help push quality projects despite any arising uncertainty. This is a lot to include on a slide, and I won't read each one for you, but instead give you the opportunity to look them over. But I'd like to highlight just a few of them. Note that client satisfaction and continual development are the primary mission of Agile. The remaining principles tell us how to accomplish that mission. Agile asks teams to focus on simplicity of design, to embrace change, to cooperate and encourage cooperation between business and development, and to work toward open communication to continually develop the right product at the right time. As with any methodology, there are pitfalls to Agile. Some of the most common are agreeing what is even meant by Agile. Agile is essentially a leadership mindset, and there are many different methods to choose from, as you saw in the graph on the previous page. Whatever method is chosen, it's more than just efficiency in production. Agile must have at its heart a relentless drive to deliver value to customers and a push to derive more value for less work. Management buy-in is also critical. It's not enough for project managers and middle managers to understand Agile. Leadership comes from the top, and project managers have a duty to clearly explain Agile with C-suite leaders in a way that is both convincing and compelling. Project managers also should pay close attention to making sure the company is practicing Agile and not just saying Agile. This risk ties in with the first risk, which is defining what Agile means to the company. Once that definition is clear, it becomes easier to ensure processes are being followed. And finally, Agile was created to fight the unpredictability of software development. As a standard for other industries, it does remain in its infancy. Project managers need to stay current in education as the details of Agile's integration into other industries are worked out. Our Agile case study is as follows. Rob is the Senior Director of Marketing and Products for a large computer manufacturer. With almost 250 people in his marketing department worldwide, Rob is constantly monitoring lead generation, channel marketing, web presence, etc. along multiple product lines. Each team handles processes differently, leading to disconnects and gaps and processes that can't be repeated. How can Agile be used to refine the marketing approach? Our final topic today is a review of some of the certifications offered by the Project Management Institute. Continuing development and education are a vital part of our program, and this is an opportunity to highlight 2 certifications that will help you advance your knowledge, your value, and your career. The Project Management Institute offers a number of certifications in all areas of project management. The 2 we will review today are the PMI Risk Management Professional and the Project Management Professional designations. Project PMI Risk Management Professional is designed for anyone working on projects with high risk potential or professionals with risk management experience. The PMI RMP, as it's called, sets you apart as an expert in the identification, assessment, and mitigation of risk. Prerequisites include a secondary degree, 36 months of project risk management experience within the last 5 years, and 40 hours of project risk management education, or if you've got a bachelor's degree, 24 months of project risk management experience within the last 5 years, and 30 hours of project risk management education. In order to receive the PMI RMP certification, you must pass the 170 question multiple choice quiz within 3.5 hours. The exam fee is $520 for members of the Project Management Institute and $670 for non-members. In order to maintain your certification, you must complete 30 hours of continuing education every 3 years. The Project Management Professional PMP designation is perhaps the most recognized and most important designation a project manager can receive. It's designed for anyone working in project management, and it is globally recognized and validates a thorough understanding of project management. Project managers are in high demand, and the PMP from Project Management Institute has been identified as the most desirable certification employers are looking for. In order to obtain your PMP, prerequisites include a 4-year degree, 36 months leading projects, 35 hours of project management education, or a high school diploma, 60 months of leading projects, and 35 hours of project management experience. In order to receive the designation, a 4-hour exam is required. The exam fee is $405 for PMI members, $555 for non-members, and 60 hours of continuing education is required every 3 years in order to maintain the certification. Appreciate the opportunity to present this training to you today, and I look forward to answering your questions. Thank you.